private or public property. You can't go up there and deface it.
LA City Councilman Kevin DeLeon says that's the law. But that didn't stop dozens of taggers from spreading their spray paint across the 3 towers known as Oceanwide Plaza. One of them telling our Christy Fajardo,
"This is like our way of expressing ourselves."
But art therapy aside, just this weekend, a dozen more people were caught trespassing according to LAPD, which had officers surrounding the buildings. We saw 4 patrol cars ourselves. So when 7 walked out of the fenced-off property just after midnight Sunday, and 5 more around 5.5 hours later,
They walked right into the arms of the LAPD.
DeLeon says some denied they were there to add more tags.
Even though their shoes, their clothes, had paint on them, they had cans in their jackets, and we did find a firearm as well. There was one individual who was on probation as well, too.
The towers have stood idle since 2019. The Chinese corporation that planned this billion-dollar project ran out of money. To some, filling one of the parking lots near the massive complex to take pictures, it's artwork. Adds to the beauty of downtown, they say.
I feel like it's going to be a staple of downtown now.
It's pretty cool.
You like it?
I like it a lot.
This is like a who's who of Los Angeles graffiti culture. If you're not on this building, then you're a nobody.
Former tagger turned video blogger Lamont Dorsey brought out his drone to capture some of this. His feelings were mixed.
I give them credit for having the courage to go up there, but it's really a blight on the city. I just seen something that I haven't seen in many, many, many years. This van right here actually has a club on the steering wheel. That is pretty interesting. I'm not sure if somebody would actually want to steal this van. It's kind of older, but it looks like it's set up to where the man or woman actually sleeps in the back. So that's pretty kind of cool. I like that. I like that club right there. That's awesome. That is awesome. What is going on YouTube? Lamont at large, and today I am in downtown Los Angeles, California, unfortunately. And the reason why I'm here is I wanted to show you this. Now, what you're looking at right now is the largest display of graffiti on a commercial building in the entire world right now as we know it. This story has gone absolutely viral over the last couple weeks. Let me explain the story or the history of what's currently going on right here. So this was set to be the biggest residential condo tower in Los Angeles. The company, which is funded by some Chinese company overseas, in 2019 lost funding for the project. Now, oftentimes these projects, they go over budget. The developer is telling the company or the investors, hey, I need another $40 million. They smell BS and then they pull out. And that's exactly what they did right here. So I'm not really sure exactly when the graffiti started. But as you can see in some of the videos that I'm putting up on a display, I mean, it has attracted many, many graffiti artists, not only in the Los Angeles area, but also probably around the state and the country as well. Now, I don't know whose story broke this in terms of it going viral, but this building right here has become like almost like a mecca for people just to come and gawk and look, and graffiti artists and what have you. As a matter of fact, I was flying my drone and there's at least maybe a half a dozen or more drone operators, and I almost crashed my drone into that building. Now, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the term drone anxiety, but I suffered it right now. So I brought my drone right down because I don't want to crash it, because I don't want to get anybody hurt. A drone dropping 1,000 feet from the sky onto somebody's head is not something that I want to be responsible for. So I'll try to come back here at a later date and time before I leave the city to see if I can get some better drone shots. But as it remains right now, I flew it one time and I think that's all I want out of it. So anyways, just a really interesting piece of graffiti art, if you will. Some of the guys on these towers, they're pretty talented. And as a matter of fact, anytime I see graffiti, I always look to see if I know the person responsible, because when I was a kid, I used to be involved in graffiti culture. And as of me, for the time that I flew the drone, I didn't recognize anybody that I remember as a kid. Well, except this guy right here. I met this guy on the bus back in 1995. It's this guy right here in the middle. If you can see that tag right in the middle of your screen that says harm. Yeah, that guy's been, he's been a part of the LA graffiti culture ever since I can remember. I met that guy on the bus when I was about 15 years old. Some of these guys, man, you'll be surprised. You guys could have, your opinions about the type of people that do this and whatever. They need to get a life. And you would be very, very surprised to find that most of these guys are older than you think. Some of these guys that you see, like, they're in their mid-40s. They're my age. And they're still out here doing the thing. Now, let me just give my ultimate opinion about what this is, because a lot of the spots that you see, you can't even see their names. Now, this really is a who's who of who is in the graffiti world, who is active and who isn't. If you're an active graffiti artist, graffiti vandal, graffiti tagger, whichever it is that you want to call it, if your name isn't on this building, then you're simply not a part of the cool kids club. And that's just all there is to it. Now, this story has gotten so much attention that, as you can see across the street, you have LA's, well, some people call them LA's finest, some people call them other names, but you have them. Oh, sorry, Harmon, don't want to walk on your tag right there. So you have LAPD across the street keeping guard on this graffiti tower. And that's because it's gotten so much attention over the last 2 weeks that people are just coming here from all over the place, just trying to get into this property so they could put their name on it. And they're sitting right across the street right there. And their job, their sole purpose is to make sure that nobody gets into this building. Now, there's been at least a dozen arrests in the last week or so. People trying to get in. People, they just want to put their name on the place. They guess they want some kind of recognition or whatever. Here goes Harm again. What's up, bro? Hey, if you're Harm and you remember a chubby kid with an afro wearing weird, colorful shorts, say, "What's up, bro?" to me. Say, "What's up?" Anyways, yeah, they just want to get into this building and then put their name on it. And the names go, because this is a 40-story condo. You can't even see the names on top. And these people are risking their lives to get on top of these ledges. And let me tell you, the ledges you're looking, there's nothing holding them. And I don't believe they're using ropes. Like back when I was a kid, when people would do like high stuff like this, oftentimes they would tie themselves to things. So in case they fell, they had the rope to kind of hopefully catch them. You got people that are 35, 40 stories up that have no tether, no rope. They're just out on a what it looks like at best a 2.5 foot ledge, and they're just doing it. And let me tell you, one strong gust of wind and it is all over. You're gonna be kersplat. Can you imagine falling all the way down? Kersplickety-splat. Now, I know there's been some, deaths of taggers that have died falling off of rooftops. As a matter of fact, when I was a kid, there was a kid they called Ozzy who actually, weird story really quick, he actually jumped off of like a 100-foot freeway pillar and he lived. He suffered some pretty bad injuries. I think like a broken back, broken legs. Yeah, he jumped 100 feet because he was stuck and he couldn't get down. And I guess like the helicopter seen him or somebody seen him. So he ended up jumping and the guy survived. Yeah, he had an angel on his side that day. Well, anyways, okay, guys. Not Lamont at large content per se, but listen, when I see interesting things, I want to be here to show you guys. And by the way, this graffiti Picasso, if you want to call it that, this graffiti Picasso is right next to Crypto.com Arena. That's where the Los Angeles Lakers play. So one of the Los Angeles City Councilmen, Kevin DeLeon, I got my own opinion about him, but anyways, Kevin DeLeon has basically told the developers of this condo tower that if they don't clean it up within 2 weeks, and I think he said this about 4 or 5 days ago. So he said if they don't clean it within 2 weeks, that the city is going to clean it for them. And then on top of that, they're going to get the bill. Now, you tell me this. You tell me this. How much do you think that bill's going to be to clean all of this? How much do you think the city of Los Angeles workers, how much do you think that they're going to charge the developer to clean up all of this graffiti? I don't know how long that's going to take. I don't know how many man hours that's going to be. But I'm guessing that they're going to get a bill for at least, I think it's going to be well over $1 million. I don't know, because they're probably just going to go ahead and overcharge it. But so get your pictures while you can, you drone enthusiast. Take your video while you can, because supposedly, if he's a man of his word, which he's not, Kevin DeLeon is going to have the city start to clean this building up in the next week or so. By the way, if you can see that graffiti right there, look at that guy. That guy says, what is his name? Fine Loke, L-O-K? Yeah, look at the small ledge that this guy stood on to do that. That is absolutely, listen, I'll tell you this. That is not a very wide ledge, and you call it if it's a nuisance, if it's a blight on society, whatever you want to call it, you got to give that guy props, because he has some major guts to get on that little ledge right there. I mean, again, guys, I don't think he's, there is something to get tethered on, but yeah, and then the guy below him, Mugger and Hustle, yeah, these guys, they're like standing on a ledge, and then you got guys higher up. Look at the little ledge. And I don't know what their names are. I wish I knew their names. At least I kind of give them a little bit of a shout out. But for today, I can't fly my drone anymore because I almost had a mini heart attack because I almost crashed it into that building right there. And see, there's a guy washing windows right there. And, I don't...
Are you paying? He's really washing windows.
Yes, he is. I didn't want to crash into that guy. Boy, if there's ever a time to carry a weapon on me, it'd be right now. Unfortunately, LA doesn't like me carrying weapons. I'll explain in a future video. Anyways, all right, guys, I gotta go. There's a main story that I'm doing in downtown about that way. So I gotta go cover that story. You'll see it on the next video, perhaps. All right, guys, catch up with you later. Have a good one. Okay, guys, not so fast. We're back here. This is 2 days later. And I'm back here again at the largest display of graffiti on a commercial building in the world currently. So I'm back here because, well, even though LAPD has a number of cars keeping watch of this building, making sure nobody else comes here, Friday night, somebody came up again and did that big, huge black art OTR on the run. No relation to me, Lamont on the run. But yeah, those guys, they came here Friday night and they did a really huge what do you call it? Not a tag, but a piece or something, or a burner. Yeah. And it's that what you're looking at is like 9 stories tall. That probably took several members of that crew probably all night. I think they did it on Friday. So they are making a mockery of the LAPD. Yeah, where were you guys sleeping or something? Huh? You guys sleeping? Okay. Apparently they're sleeping. So anyway, so yeah, I just had to come back and just show you guys what they did. That is absolutely hilarious. All right, guys. Well, I'm out of here. I wish I could have took more drone footage, but every time I operate my drone, it just starts kind of going crazy, and it's like it wants to crash itself. So there's a lot of interference here. So, all right, guys. I'm out of here. I'll catch up with you on the next one. Peace out.